What's up? Um, so one thing I've noticed lately, and has been pointed out by a few people, is that the Nuggets, if Jokic is scoring high numbers, then most of the time that means the outside help is not there because Jokic has a playmaking first mentality. And he likes to be in that playmaking role, the facilitating role, the point guard, as opposed to a scorer, someone who's focusing on getting the ball in the basket. He likes to elevate his teammates before he elevates his own play. Um, and in the games where Jokic has 35 or more points this season, the Nuggets are sitting at 2 wins and 6 losses. And in those games, there have only been 7 performances where another player on the team scores 15 or more points, 4 of which being Jamal Murray. They're not getting what they need out of their role players like Michael Porter, Facundo Campazzo, Will Barton, Paul Millsap, Gary Harris. They're not getting the production they need out of those guys in the games where Jokic is scoring a lot. Um, like if him and Jamal are doing well, but the rest of the team isn't doing as well as they need to be, that's not translating to wins at all. Um, he scored 50 earlier in the season, like a week ago, something like that, and they lost that game because the rest of the team shat the bed. There was not another 15 or more point scorer. Uh, and another thing about those losses, not this is not including the 2 wins they had, but in those 6 losses in which the Nikola Jokic had more than 35 points, the team shot 41% from the field outside of him, which is abysmal. Uh, Players that shoot 41% from the field are considered inefficient the vast majority of the time. And the entire team is shooting very inefficiently outside of Jokic in these games. Now, when Jokic is more in his natural role in the offense, which is a facilitator and not a scorer, in the games where he has 10 or more assists, they're 6 and 6, which still isn't fantastic, but it's still far better than 2 and 6. They're 500 as opposed to a 25% win percentage. And in these games, there have been 26 performances where another player outside of Jokic scores 15 or more points, only 7 of which are Jamal Murray. So that means 19 of those performances are from role players, whether it be Michael Porter, Monte Morris, Will Barton, Paul Millsap, Gary Harris, Campazzo has had a few of those. And that's really important to this team's success because they need role players to step up. They need more than just 2 guys to play well. And it's translating to more wins when Jokic can set other guys up because he'll always get, most of the time at least, 15 to 20 points. And if he can also get 10 assists with that, then they're looking much better than whatever they look like when he has 35 plus. Um, they're also 8 and 6, in which Jokic has 5 to 9 assists. This would probably be because if a player has 10 assists, a lot of the time when that player leaves the floor, they don't have another like facilitator to set up offense outside of that guy. And if they don't have another player that's facilitating that offense, getting people in rhythm, and all that kind of stuff, it makes it hard for the team to function when that player goes off the court. And the bench this season for the Nuggets, I believe, has had kind of a rough plus minus. And just watching the games, you can tell that the offense struggles when he goes off the floor. Another thing is they're 2-1 in games where Jokic has 3 or 4 assists, which I find a little interesting, but I don't think there's much credence to him not being a facilitator and them winning. That's just kind of an outlier scenario, I think. It's not a big sample size at all. So, yeah,